Hi everyone, this is Sprinter. I have taken Schmiddy's place. He has a setup prepared and ready for me to do one of these videos. And to be honest, I didn't want to have my face, but it should be fine and we're gonna get straight into it. An Insolence Dream Witch on Red Church, and we'll start it. This build is very good for the chase and the map control because of the presence you get. So here, okay, he's going middle. Middle is dancer. Okay. So I mean, really, it's a good chase build because it's fine if you eat a leech hit. If if you hit with the leech, you'll have another one coming up from presence, and you will also have blink. So if it's played correctly, it can be a very quick down, which helps her a lot. Here she gets a free hit. She didn't really have to sandwich, which, I mean, that's fine. Most games you'll have to sandwich. You will to get the hit, and it'll probably be a leech hit. But here, this is already a very good start. Chasing her, it's getting close to a cipher, but this should be a down, actually, very fast. Blink just came up. She leaves. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. Okay. Okay. So what you've done is you have really you leached for map pressure, but it's for the future. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. This is for later because the barmaid leech hasn't done anything yet. So what you could have done to secure a better early game from this point and before is to simply have your main body follow her and blink. Now you would have a leech for the rescuer, but now you're here chasing and you're unfortunately slow because the the main witch is far. So now you only have one leech here because barmaid is too far. So now your map presence is kicking in, but you still need this down. And oh wow. Okay, you still use blink. Okay. Now you have to start positioning your leeches optimally for ciphers or for the rescue. Okay, chair here. Ideally, looking at ciphers is natural. So you want to pressure ciphers here because you don't really know where the rescue is coming from. So if you stopped here and looked shack, you could probably see it, and I think you know. It seems like you know. But right, what is going on? Where's the first? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so I mean, you've pushed them off ciphers, which is very good. This is already very good. You need to make sure you get a hit at least, or unless you want to farm, that's fine. That's fine. That's a hit. You have to be careful of a rebound. She rebounds you. You have to put more resources into her. You're not pressuring ciphers, but even then, all the ciphers are far. Nah, I'm not really sure what they're doing. I'm gonna be honest. Barmaid finished that cipher, and then Patient is coming to save. It seems to be he's very early, but you leashed Barmaid. Now, you had two choices. Actually, you had three. And you actually chose the worst option of the three. It doesn't make it bad, but to maximize pressure, you chose the worst of the three. Now, barmaid, she can heal. She can eat the leech and just heal, and then just decode. That is not enough pressure compared to leeching a patient. Patient, I think, will save. And if he saves, you have an injury on him and a leech before that. You're very oppressive after that, which is something you did not decide to do. And then you have first officer, which, oh wow. Okay, I don't think that's likely in a real match, but look, I'll go over it quick. First officer, he's injured, and he's not going to want to decode because he's injured. He doesn't want to die. So, barmaid, you chose the worst of the options, but you are right now you're pressuring as if you did the other two options, which is not always likely. It's not. What's happening here is not reliable. So you have to keep that in mind. You get a hit. So right now they're really like confused, but you have ultimate control over this game. If you keep barmaid leech pressuring, or if you're doing something at least. Here, you could have pressured first officer and these two because they're together, but instead you chose these two, but it's fine because you already have placed so much pressure on this map. Now the important thing that you're losing right now is you're losing pressure. You're losing momentum because you think someone's gonna save and no one is. Immense awareness. You were on two people, which I think in the middle of it you were you lost the patient. You always had eyes on barmaid because it's her leech, but no one saved. And right now, okay, you're trying to keep the pressure up. It just slowed down. It slowed down just a little bit. Now this isn't really a problem. You can do that. That's fine. That's fine. It's not ideal pressure because it's a barmaid. Unfortunately, you have a barmaid on your team. Now, right here, you're trying to look for first officer, I think, and you lost them. Okay, this is okay. Damn. Okay, so what I would say here is you have a potential down, but with a speed drink you might not get it. Now you leeched patient and you neglected that leech. It was for a down, and the thing is you were lost. Basically you were lost. So not only is there not a chance you get this down, but also your leech might be just useless. And you got the down. Okay, that's good. I mean, it's very easy to just kite this leech, but you chair her, and then it doesn't really matter, to be honest, but you should be able to reach that cipher with full presence. So you should leech her, but you don't. You decide first officer instead. Now let's go over the good and the bad. This barmaid can rebound, and you don't have a leech on her. Now first officer is not doing anything, which is good for you. It is good for you. You get this hit. This might be a lost cause. You have to win a mind game. You have to. She's buying time, but I think you've won. I think you lost. Okay, you didn't lose the game. You lost the mind game. This slows down your pressure, and I think you would have had more pressure if you leeched barmaid and forced first officer to graveyard, because at least if barmaid rebounds, then she has a leech, and I think she had blink. There was blink on that leech. Now first officer, he used the watch. Right, okay, right now you're trying to pressure, but you don't know where anyone is really, except patient. You need to start doing something with your main body, but you have a lot of time. I watch assuming you don't have as much time as you do, because right now you have a lot of time. Although it is running out. I don't know how much the cipher is. You get it down. And okay. You check the cipher. I think it's top broken. You need to chair, leech on the chair, and bring the main body to the cipher. Or you accept the cipher pop. And I think you do that. You accept the cipher pop. This is acceptable because the person's injured, first officer, but he does have a watch, so you still the cipher pop is inevitable now. The cipher pop is just, it's gonna pop, and that's just how it is. And that's because you didn't know where barmaid was, and yeah, you just focused on patient. You tunneled patient, which is not the worst idea, But barmaid, I think keeping pressure on barmaid is more important, which now we go back to when we leached first officer instead of barmaid. So because of that, you kept pressure on first officer. He couldn't decode, but he is still roaming around, and now he's useful. You can say right now he's useful because barmaid's decoding instead, and that was the trade-off you took. You did waste a watch, I do remember, but now that Cypher Pop is inevitable because of the trade-off you decided to take. Now, if you knew where barmaid was, you could have went for it, but you focused on patient, so it really was just like you needed to keep pressure on barmaid with that leech, or just know where she is, echolocate. And you can't do that every time. You lost her, you took that trade off, and now you're in this position, which you still have a very good end game potential. That's a good save, but it is primed. It is primed. Okay. Here, right? You know the Cypher popped. You have to know that wedding is the gate that will be opened. Now, unfortunately, you have to keep track of everyone, but the very good thing here is that first officer has nothing, and all you need is a quick down. That's all you need. That is all you need, and I think you know that. You do know that. So, yeah, you got it. So, this has to be quick. This has to be quick. Okay, bring main body over. That's all you can do. Right now, that's all you can do. And, okay. This is a fatal mistake. A fatal mistake as in you're probably going to lose now. Not lose. They have a good chance to tie you. That's what I mean. They have a good chance. Look, it's just sitting there. To be honest, I'm not sure if barmaid can open it. You do have blink. You have blink. But it looks like it's going to open. Yeah, okay. So, you lost your 4K. You lost your 4K here. So, now you just have to get this 3K. You have to track patient. You have to leech first officer. And you have to keep your main body at that gate, because patient has a chance to just leave. You don't know how many hooks he has, so track patient. Yeah, you're leeching, you're doing everything that needs to be done. Now, unfortunately, that leech is gone, but okay, right now, I think something that will really help you a lot here is kick barmaid out of the game. Kick her out of the game. And okay. You need to position well here. You need to position well here, and you're so likely to 3K because you have blink. You have blink, and you have time from first officer chair, so dungeon is not a threat yet. So, if you would have done that, you're in a better position to take out patient. But now, you're tracking him, but it's like you're directing him to the gate. And obviously, both people don't know that, but that's something you have to keep in mind. If you direct him to an open gate as a witch, he's just gonna leave. He'll beat you, unless you have a leech and you don't. And at this point, oh wow, do you have a chance? Do you have a chance? There could have been a better hook, but I think you got it. Okay, you still got it. When it came to your end game, I think you just needed more clarity in what to do. And except let me go to this part. Your leech stopped at a wall, and that was your 4K. That was it. That was straight it. Now, this is also a harder position if they could kite you. If they could kite you, you could probably only get 3. But because they didn't kite you, you could get 4. You block the gate, you can 4K. Barmaid is an easy kill because you have blank. And then you have 2 chairs. And then that's probably a 4K. You needed to do the right plays in such little amount of time. And unfortunately, you failed. You made about 2 mistakes within a few seconds. To be honest, they're very little, but you only had a few seconds. And that's something that has to be kept in mind. Good early game, very good mid game. End game, you have to remember that you have to understand the timer you're on and the mistakes you cannot afford to make. Otherwise, that was a very good match. I enjoyed watching that. Watching a witch match, I mean, I understand why it was for me, and I did it on face. It was very fun, but now we have another match to get to, so I'll see y'all. Another witch match. It is not Into Blink. It is a typical trump card patroller, but let's get into it. All right, so here we have an Anto middle. You're chasing immediately. That's fine. And now you're about to get a free hit. Wow, this is a free hit. Okay, so wow, I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. You got a free hit. This is fine because you have patroller. It's really fine. You decided to vault. That might not work every time. They could have just went to the pallet, but patroller is more of a guarantee. That's just something you have to keep in mind. Here, I mean, prospector has any. It's like you were chasing 2 people at once. 2 people. Okay, yeah, basement is a good play here. It kind of like secures your. It's like a win already. This is already a win. You struggled free. You have a main body. It's there. You still have this win. Okay, you get basement. Prospector was like harassing, which slowed you down. 70. There's a 70% cipher because of that harass or the struggle free, but it's still a good trade-off for you, a good advantage. You're immediately pressuring prospector. Immediately. I would say here that you should have main body and Anto's leech swap. So right now you're roaming with Anto's leech. I think it should be main body because you have more control over it. Now I don't know how you got that hit, but this is literally already a win. This is a win. I don't even. This is just a straight dub. This is already. I'm not sure if she can save. Can she save with this? Can she save? I don't know. Yeah, she can. She can. So you just have to hit this because you want her to save. You want her real body to save, so you can get injuries. I mean, from here it's probably double down, and that even secures your win even more. They should have just full sold. Absolutely should have full sold. But you've done well keeping your pressure here. Now, right now you're kind of losing it, but you have blink. It doesn't matter. You've done so well early game that you still have so many resources to expend and keep your momentum. Anto's dead. Journalist is. She can just be chaired unless prospect is there. Unless. But your pressure right now is immense to a point where you just won. This is probably just game over. I mean, you chair journalist. They don't have enough cipher progress. They just don't. Prospector not decoding, and yeah, I mean, it's just game over already. If you get this down in chair, it is game over. You chair. They heal, but how does she not get hit? What? You injure, it does not matter. You have blink. You can use it. Okay. I'll say this nitpick. They should have been sandwiched here. You let them escape. That was your doing because you're in control. If you're in control, you had that choice, escape or sandwich, and you did it, and now she's still kiting. But other than that, I mean, if you literally get any down, you have blink. This is an easy down. And you don't even need blink. You don't need blink, so this is already game over. Arthur gave me a witch domination match. So I think I've nitpicked all I could so far. I mean, it's already game over, so I mean, you had a very good early game. Like, it was too good. It was, you got the chair. I mean, you still kept up the pressure very well, and it was already over from there. So that'll be it for this video. I'm very happy to do this on face. I didn't think I would, but I could probably do like 2 more of these while I'm taking a vacation with Schmiddy at his place. So this was very fun. To be honest, I didn't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't witch, but it does make sense. So I appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.